The movie opens with a young boy named Peter Parker walking into his father's workroom. The moment he steps inside, he finds the whole desk has been turned over. Papers all over the floor. Something is very wrong. His father comes rushing in, grabs some papers quickly, and the whole family leaves in a hurry. Peter's parents drop him off at his Uncle Ben and Aunt May's house and drive away without telling him where they are going or if they are coming back. The story then moves forward a few years. Peter is now in high school. He is clearly bright, but shy, and mostly keeps to himself. He tries hard not to get into trouble, but trouble keeps finding him. A boy named Flash and his friends love making Peter's life hard, going after him every chance they get. One day, Peter sees Flash picking on another student right in front of everyone. He has had enough. He steps in, but ends up getting hurt himself. Then a girl named Gwen Stacy comes over and stops the whole thing. Later, she finds Peter, and quietly tells him she thought it was really brave of him to do that. It means a lot to him. It is one of the first kind things anyone has said to him in a long time. That same night, Peter and Uncle Ben are cleaning out the basement, when Peter finds something tucked away in the corner, his father's old bag. He looks through it carefully and finds a hidden pocket inside. Inside that pocket, there are papers. Peter reads through them and learns that his father used to work at a big company called Oscorp, together with a scientist named Dr. Curt Connors. He searches online and finds out his father was working on a type of science that mixes parts of different living things together. He also finds out for the first time that his parents were killed in a plane crash. Nobody ever really told him the full story. The very next day, Peter goes to Oscorp. He wants to know more about his father and what he was doing there. He gets in by copying the name of one of the students from a school visit. Once he is inside, he walks straight into Gwen, who is already there working as one of the best student helpers under Dr. Connors. She sees him and asks what he is doing there. He says he likes science. She does not get him in trouble, but she quietly tells him to watch himself. As he walks around the building, Peter sees a man carrying papers with the same marks he saw in his father's old documents. He follows the man to a room where a special kind of spider silk is being tested. The man walks out, and Peter sneaks in. The room is full of spiders that have been changed by science. Peter touches one of the silk threads without thinking, and the whole thing breaks. The spiders drop all over him. One of them bites him on the neck. On the train home, a group of boys try to pick a fight with him. But something is different. Peter moves faster than he ever has before. He gets out of every attack without even trying. When he finally gets home, he looks in the mirror and sees the spider is still sitting on his neck. The next morning, he wakes up and understands something has happened to him. He is much stronger. He can hear and feel things he never could before, and he is faster than any normal person. Shortly after, Peter goes to see Dr. Connors at his home and tells him who his father was. The moment Dr. Connors hears the name Richard Parker, everything about him changes. He tells Peter that he and Richard used to work together on a way to help people grow back body parts they had lost, using science taken from other living things. Dr. Connors had his own reason to care about this. He lost his right arm in an accident years ago, but with Richard gone, the work was never finished. Peter pulls out a piece of paper and writes down a special mix that he found in his father's things. Dr. Connors looks at it and cannot believe what he is seeing. The two agree to meet again. The next day at school, Flash is on the basketball court being mean to a girl, spilling ink all over her things. Peter goes over to help her. The ball comes flying at her, and Peter grabs it without even trying. Flash walks over to get it back. Peter uses his new speed and strength to stand his ground. But things go too far, and he accidentally breaks the basketball board. Uncle Ben gets called in. He is not happy. Before he leaves, he tells Peter to go and pick up Aunt May that evening. Peter forgets. He goes back to Oscorp instead, where Dr. Connors tests Peter's formula on a small mouse. It works. The mouse grows back what it had lost. They are both amazed, but when Peter finally gets home, Uncle Ben is standing outside waiting. He is really upset. He talks about Peter's father and how he always believed people should do the right thing and keep their word. Peter hits back, says his dad left and is gone now, so none of it matters, and walks off angry. Uncle Ben goes after him. Peter walks into a little shop to buy some milk but finds he does not have enough money. While he is standing there, a man grabs things from the shop and runs. Uncle Ben sees the man running and tries to stop him. A gun goes off. By the time Peter gets there, it is too late. Uncle Ben is lying on the ground. He is gone. Peter goes to a very dark and painful place after that. His uncle was the only real friend he had. The next day at school, Flash comes up to him, but this time Flash does not want trouble. He quietly says he is sorry about Uncle Ben. Gwen tries to make Peter feel better too, but nothing gets through. That night, Peter is walking the streets when he runs into a group of people causing trouble. Still full of anger about Uncle Ben, he goes after them. During the fight, he finds out he can stick to walls and climb them just like a spider. From that night on, he goes out every night looking for the man who shot his uncle. And while he is out there, he ends up stopping a lot of other bad things from happening too. One night he falls into an old empty place used for wrestling. He spots a mask on the floor, and an idea pops into his head. He makes his own mask to hide his face. Then he puts together a full outfit and builds his own web shooting tools by hand. He starts showing up all over the city, stopping bad people, and before long, everyone is talking about him. They call him Spider-Man. But not everyone is glad about it. The police, led by Gwen's father, a man named Captain George Stacy, think Spider-Man is going outside the law by acting on his own. They start trying to find him and bring him in. One evening, Peter is dealing with a thief. When the police surround him with their guns out, he fires his webs and gets away before they can reach him. At the same time, Dr. Connors is dealing with his own big problem. His boss at Oscorp, a man named Dr. Rotha, keeps pushing him to start using the arm-growing drug on real people right away. Dr. Connors says no. He is not going to put people at risk just to make things move faster. Dr. Rotha lets him go and takes the formula for himself. Alone and with nothing left, Dr. Connors takes the drug himself. He falls to the floor. When he opens his eyes, his arm has come back. But something else has happened too. Something much worse. The drug changes him from the inside, turning him into a huge scary creature that is part human and part giant lizard. He goes looking for Dr. Rotha. Peter is asked over to Gwen's house for dinner. While they eat, Captain George says bad things about Spider-Man and says he will catch him soon. Peter stands up for Spider-Man, saying he is out there doing good things for people. The two men clearly do not agree. After the meal, Peter and Gwen go up to the roof. Peter takes a long breath and tells her everything. He is Spider-Man. He also tells her how he really feels about her and kisses her. Right at that moment, Captain George gets a call and runs out. Peter goes after him. He gets to the Williamsburg Bridge where the giant lizard is throwing cars off the side. Peter changes fast and uses his web tools to stop the cars from falling. The lizard sees Spider-Man and takes off. Then Peter notices a young boy stuck inside one of the hanging cars. He goes straight in, but the boy is shaking too much to move. Peter pulls off his own mask and hands it to the boy. That small thing is enough to make the boy feel safe. He takes Peter's hand, and they get out together. The next day, the police put out an official order to catch Spider-Man. Peter is really hurt by this. He just wants to do good. He goes to check on Dr. Connors, who looks sick and pale. Dr. Connors tells him the creature can turn nasty if it feels cornered. Then he quickly makes up a reason to leave, but Peter spots something on the table before he goes. A small empty bottle that held the drug. He puts the pieces together. Dr. Connors has been taking it himself. He is the giant lizard. Peter goes to the police station and tries to get Captain George to listen. He explains that Dr. Connors has been trying to grow his arm back using lizard science, and that something went terribly wrong. Captain George does not buy it and sends Peter away. Peter decides to deal with it on his own. He goes into the tunnels under the city, sets up his camera to record what is down there, and waits. Dr. Connors changes again and comes for him. They fight hard in the dark tunnels. Then Peter's web tools stop working at the worst moment. The huge lizard is right on top of him. Peter just barely gets out. But when Dr. Connors finds the camera and sees Peter's name written on it, he figures it out. Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Peter goes to Gwen's room. She cleans up his cuts and wraps his arm. While she works, he tells her the truth. He was the one who gave Dr. Connors the formula. This is on him, and he has to be the one to fix it. The day after, Dr. Connors goes straight to Peter's school. Students run and scream as the huge lizard smashes through the building. Peter fights back with his web tools and holds his ground. But before the police get there, Dr. Connors gets away. Peter then asks Gwen to go to the Oscorp lab and put together something that can undo what the drug has done. He heads back to Dr. Connors' hiding spot in the tunnels and finds out the whole plan. Dr. Connors wants to let the drug loose across the whole city using a machine at the top of Oscorp's building, turning every single person into a creature like himself. Peter tells Gwen to get out of the lab right now. Dr. Connors is on his way there. Outside, one group of officers tries to slow the giant lizard down. Another group, led by Captain George, is still going after Spider-Man. The first group slows the lizard, but it heals itself right away and passes some of the drug to those same officers. Captain George's group gets hold of Spider-Man and pulls off his mask. They see Peter's face, but Peter talks fast, telling Captain George that Gwen is at Oscorp right now and the lizard is heading straight there. Captain George makes his choice. He lets Peter go, but as Peter runs, one of the officers shoots him in the leg by mistake. The pain slows him right down. Swinging from building to building becomes almost too hard. Then, out of nowhere, help comes. The father of the little boy Peter saved at the bridge works with cranes. He spots Spider-Man struggling far away in the sky. He calls all his workers. One by one, they move their cranes into a line, making a clear path through the air, all the way to Oscorp's building. The officers on the road clear everything out of the way below. The whole city is working together to get Spider-Man there. Gwen finishes the cure and passes it to her father. Captain George runs to the top of the building, where Spider-Man is being beaten badly by the giant lizard. Captain George shoots at the creature and gets the cure to Peter. Peter pulls himself all the way up, reaches the machine, and swaps out the drug for the cure. It goes out into the air all over the city. Dr. Connors and all the officers who were changed slowly come back to who they were, but Captain George pays a terrible price. The lizard gets to him and hurts him badly before it is stopped. The building starts to fall apart. Peter is about to drop when Dr. Connors, now back to himself, reaches out and grabs him just in time. Peter runs to Captain George. He is barely hanging on. With the little he has left, Captain George tells Peter that the city needs Spider-Man, but Spider-Man will always bring enemies, many of them. He asks Peter to make him one promise. Keep Gwen away from all of this, away from the danger, away from everything. Peter keeps that promise. He steps back from Gwen. He does not go to Captain George's funeral. He stays cold and far away, even though it tears him apart on the inside. Gwen works it out on her own. She knows he made a promise to her father, and quietly she lets it go. Then one day at school, Flash comes up to Peter. No pushing, no mean words, just a calm and easy hello. He is even wearing a Spider-Man top. Peter looks at it and smiles to himself. In the very last moment of the movie, Spider-Man is sitting high above the city, watching police cars go after someone far below. He takes a breath, then he tips forward and swings out into the dark night, the city's hero, back where he belongs. If you enjoyed this recap, hit that like button, drop a comment below and subscribe so you never miss a video. See you in the next one.